Dear family and friends, welcome. There may be some people in the room whom we have not met, so let us introduce ourselves. I am Shirley, this is Ruby. We are the parents of the bride, Flory, and as such, we are the proud grandparents of our guest of honor, Beckett Shapira. First and foremost, we would like to take this opportunity to welcome each and every one of you here today. A special thank you to those who made the effort to travel a distance in order to join us and help make the celebration even more joyous. From Boston, our cousins Nadia and Lev Bokushtan. From Minnesota, our nephew David Stein. From Hamilton, our cousin Shari Lecker. From Italy, Siggy, Mila, Romy, and Paul Shapira, Eric's brother, sister-in-law, and nieces, who luckily were here since Beckett was born. And last but not least, our daughter Patty, and our grandchildren Emma and Cooper from Chicago. As for Eric, Flory, Tyler, and Beckett, they are from Vancouver, and we are so glad they are here today because without them there would be no party. The Simcha would not have been the same without all of you. For the Spectre clan, this is a very meaningful event for several reasons, but mainly because it is the first time in almost 5 years that our entire family is all together, assembled under one roof. In addition, thank you. In addition, as we look out at all of you, our whole lives flash before our eyes. There are relationships in this room that stem from when we were born, as well as many that exceed 50 plus years. Your response to our invitation was overwhelming and warmed our hearts. And you too, all of you, assembled under one roof at one time, well, words fail, so you'll have to try and understand what it means to us, especially after some of the medical issues that fell upon us in the last number of years.
If anybody asks, I don't have the bottoms that match the top. When I was young, I often heard my parents say, "Ze neemt een steppel zu aufbrengen a kind." Yiddish was the language in our home, so let me translate. It means it takes a village to bring up a child. I never understood what they meant, and my father told me one day you will understand. Well, it took 79 years to understand. I had undergone my second hip replacement surgery, but was not healing normally and unable to walk. The floor doctor sent me home, telling me that I would be better healing at home. Unfortunately, it didn't work out that way. I was still not able to walk and had difficulty breathing. Shirley wasted no time in calling 911, and when the ambulance arrived, they diagnosed me as having had a heart attack. I do have to say that I was treated royally by the Jewish General Hospital and transferred quickly to ICU. I spent about a week hooked up to a lot of equipment until I had an angiogram, at which time I had a stroke during the test. I was then told that I needed a 5-artery bypass surgery. The stroke as well caused me to see double for 2 days. So here I was, unable to walk, breathing problems, heart attack, stroke, and now seeing double. I had not as yet had the open heart surgery. It was not a good feeling. The night before surgery, I didn't know what else was going to go wrong. I looked around the room. I saw Shirley and my family trying to cheer me up, but I was worried that maybe God had other plans for me. After seeing the pain in the faces of my family, I vowed that if I ever got through this, I would change my lifestyle, eat properly, exercise, whatever was needed to stay healthy and not come back into a hospital. Thank you, dear God. My surgery went well, and 2 weeks later, I was sent home in a wheelchair and by ambulance. I felt like a child who was just born. I was happy to be home. The phones did not stop ringing, and the doorbell rang constantly with food, which was delivered daily, hot and ready to eat in accordance with my recommended diet. I started in the first few days to walk to the washroom and then progressed to the kitchen. My therapy was to try and walk despite the pain. Every day, I tried a few more steps until I could reach the elevator, which was my goal and a major achievement. Just like a child, learning to crawl and then to walk. I now understood what my parents meant. It takes a village to bring up a child. The outpouring of love, concern, and help made me realize I was not alone, and my family was not alone. It took a village to help me and my family, and for me to be here today. Sitting in this room are all my villagers. All around here, these are my villagers. And to them, I shall never forget and be extremely grateful.
Now, what is the primary reason we are all here today? We are all here to meet and to welcome Beckett, and for him to meet and welcome you into his life. Unfortunately, his bris was delayed after birth for medical reasons, and as a result, those of us who were present at his birth and expecting to stay for a bris had to return home. After several weeks, poor Beckett had only his parents and the doctor in Moyle to comfort him, no family and friends. So we decided to make up for it in some small way by making this party, and we shall have some beautiful pictures to remind Beckett in later years that he had all of you wonderful people here to share in the miracle of his birth. To the Shapiro family, how lucky we feel to have all of you as part of our family. When Tyler was born 5 years ago, he was the first and only one to carry on the Shapiro name. But now Beckett, please God, will do the same. When your children get married, you pray that your own family will be extended and happy with each other. Well, this case is unique because after many years of not seeing Sandy, my Makapenista, but remembering our friendship from high school, we met under very sad conditions. Both our late mothers were in the hospital, and I was with Florrie visiting, as was Sandy with her mom. And she could not take her eyes off Florrie. She asked me if Florrie had a boyfriend, and I informed her that not only was Florrie cute, but that she was also able to talk. Well, to make a long story short, Sandy's son called Florrie the next day, and they were on the phone for 3 hours, God knows why, and arranged to meet. The rest is history, and that was almost 25 years ago, and I believe it was Beckett. At this moment, I would like to thank all of the Shapiros, Sandy, Randy, Sari, Paul, and their respective mates and children for the love and respect they have always shown towards us. So out of something bad came something good. As for Florrie and Eric, the determination for so many years to have a family goes beyond words. As a result of a lot of physical hardship and mental anguish, they really have something to show for all their efforts, standing side by side. Knowing Florrie and Eric, they really wanted to celebrate their miracle baby with all of their loved ones, so here we are today. Our wish for both Tyler and our little guest of honor, Beckett, is to bring their parents the joys that they, Florrie and Eric, have brought to their families. They are wonderful children, and nothing is ever too hard for them to do, despite the miles between us. And so, for all of you, Ruby and I wish you long life, good health, fun times, simchas, and may we all be together once again at Tyler's and Beckett's bar mitzvah. L'chaim.
Sandy?
She's behind you. Done.
Laura?